Matthew Sergovic.
I'm Alex.
And Barry. and this is a radio show. And this is something we're going to be doing. Alright.
Matt, do you believe in luck?
I don't know if I believe in luck. I've had lucky things happen.
Yeah.
I've definitely had lucky things happen. I don't know if I believe in... I don't... It depends on, like, if you think luck is like a... If you think it's, like, given out like money.
We've been pretty lucky in the past. I mean, think about how much shit we've been in. Like, okay, first, like, remember, like, our freshman year in high school, we had, like, we crashed a golf cart,
yeah.
Destroyed it, didn't even get in trouble. Completely got away with it.
I crashed my car into a building.
And got, like, what?
Nothing happened.
I think, like, 1 point off of your license somehow.
I was fine.
Like, what? Like, how?
I've had lucky things happen. I don't know if luck's like... I don't know if you deserve luck, you know? I don't know if it's like that. I don't think luck is a thing. I think it can be observed, though. I think it can be, like, observed. I'm not sure if it's, like, an element of the universe, like, measured in luck
like,
particles.
depending on how many, like, good things you do, that's how much luck you get.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, Nelson Mandela had some pretty shitty luck. Yeah. he did a lot of good things, you know. I mean, he had no luck.
How do you know they're good things? What if, like, okay, name something that Nelson Mandela did.
He talked a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much about.
Yeah,
Nelson
what if he
Mandela.
was like talking one time and he just like said something completely racist and like everyone just kind of brushed it off a little bit. They're like, that's a little.
I don't know.
Like,
and then that was just enough for him to go to prison.
He was just like, yeah, peace, but fuck the Canadians or something. And everyone's just
whoa,
like,
whoa,
hey. Wait a minute. Well, I
bit.
guess you did say world peace. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, so I think luck is I think it's a thing, you know. I think it can happen.
Yeah.
All right. What would you want your last words to be? Well, that's I don't know. Funny. I think I want them to be funny. I don't know.
Maybe you can. Can you predetermine your last word?
Actually, I want to pull someone in. Wait, actually, and then pass away. They're like, damn it, he had a couple more seconds.
Can you like decide? What if you like? What if there's like, I don't know. What if there's like nobody around for any last words? Like,
that'd suck. Well, I guess your last words.
I don't think you can plan that.
I guess technically your last words are the last words you say to anyone, because no one's gonna know unless you got like a video camera on yourself, like a hello and goodbye, and then you're gone.
I'm just gonna. My last words is gonna be like something completely just like I shit someone in your house. Like you gotta fight. They go home. They're not even worried that I'm dead anymore.
They're like, God damn it.
They're like, God damn it.
Shit, I gotta find.
Where is it? They're like shuffling through their couch pillows. Like,
and the best part is you did shit in their house, and they gotta look for years.
But now they can smell it. Like. They're imagining it's just like a shit smell.
Like, oh my god, and they're subconscious about it. They have guests over, like, hey, welcome. Sorry about the shit. Sorry about the shit smell. It's my cousin. He's gone now.
He shit somewhere in my house.
It's a thing.
Rascal.
He was 18.
18. Just thought it'd be funny to shit in my house. You know, just came home one night.
He died of advanced house shitting disease, and it was terminal.
Yeah, he never wiped. It's kind of ironic. I think.
Well, what if you lived like a really good life, and you were really kind to everyone, and you were really supportive for everyone, and the last words you say are horrible, or they're just extremely horribly things that you're just talking about. You're like looking at your daughter, and she's in your hands. You're like, I want you to fucking die. And it's like something really, really dark like that. But
like at your
but here's the question. Here's the question: would you still be remembered as a good person? I don't know. Like that's the last impression you leave. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, imagine the eulogy. Like Matt was. He was a good person.
He paid his taxes on time, and
I just don't know what happened at the end.
I think he's sort of slipping away.
He's just sort of slipped through the cracks.
I guess he was spewing truth.
I think he just bottled all that stuff up a little bit. So I guess he kind of just hated everybody and pretended he didn't.
And I guess he's a good guy for that. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but yeah, I don't know. Would you be remembered as a good person?
Probably not.
I
think
that's
everyone
pretty
remembers
annoying.
you for like the last.
Shitty. Yeah.
Everyone remembers you for like the last thing that you did. Like in high school, like when you graduate, and like you're like a good student or something, and then you graduate, everyone's like, oh, he's a great student. But if you're a good student and then you like flood the bathrooms or something, everyone's gonna remember you for flooding the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
okay,
like so sense. Like when you die and like you tell someone like, hey, you're like,
I didn't know my life would be like high school.
Yeah.
It's a little disappointing. Who is your favorite actor or actress?
I can tell you my least favorite.
Is it Adam Scott and Krampus?
It's not Adam Scott and Krampus, but that is, I mean, like Adam Scott and Krampus is pretty close. It's Owen Wilson and
he's great.
Marley and Me, the little goddamn.
Oh wow.
He's amazed by everything, by the way. Just like give him like a bottle of sand, and he's just like, oh wow. What is this? Wow, what did you bring here?
It's like there's more of this.
I just really like this sort of stuff. It's just fantastic.
You remember we watched Midnight in Paris.
We did watch. That was a horrible movie.
It was terrible. Did you know it was nominated for Best Picture that year?
I did.
I didn't know that. I found that out later, and I was so mad. And I
don't think it's because Owen Wilson, though.
I don't think so. I think he's what made them not win. I think like they caught it. But I asked friends. I was like, did you know that this movie was nominated? They're like, yeah, it was an amazing movie. I was
the Academy probably like just zoned him out the entire movie. Forgot he was there. I think the Academy. They just voted it in, regretted it immediately. Like one of their friends was like, "Yeah, Owen Wilson was that movie, and it's nominated. You guys nominated it. That's so great." Just like, fuck. Shit, damn it.
I think what the Academy does is they listen to movies on mute with subtitles, and they just do it completely objectively. That's a lie. I don't think they do that, but that's the only way that Owen Wilson would have been okay.
He needs like a nose job. If there's like one person who needs like to fix their nose, like,
did you get your nose
like it's
in a wood chipper?
It's so.
Did you get it stuck in a lawnmower at the age of like 30? Did you ever get that fixed?
He just got punched in the face. He's like, oh.
Every birthday he gets drilled right in the nose.
Fantastic punch. I just love that punch. That was fantastic.
And I feel like it's in different directions every time I see it. It's like to the left and then a right.
It does its own
thing. And then it's waving at me.
It's not even his nose. It's like a person.
It's the one that tells him his lines when he's like acting. You're like, he's like, oh wow.
Wow. That's not your line, Owen.
Like he's touching his nose. He's just feeling his nose. All right. What is your favorite drink? It depends. I mean,
I really like.
Depends on it depends on what you can mean by drink. Do you mean drink or do you mean like drink? You know what I mean? I think for drink, I like orange juice.
Orange juice. I don't like orange juice anymore.
I had it this morning.
I don't like orange juice, lemonade. I don't like that stuff anymore.
It can be pretty sweet. You gotta dilute it sometimes.
I usually just drink water.
Yeah, that's all I drink.
Drink a lot of water.
I stopped drinking. My brother drinks Diet Pepsi every minute he can.
Which one?
Jason. I think he's gonna have a kidney stone the size of his fucking head.
I don't understand.
If he doesn't stop drinking soda all day.
I don't understand soda. Like, I know a lot of people who drink soda like for breakfast. Like when they wake up in the morning.
Oh man,
like orange soda too. Like that
stuff takes commitment. You gotta look at it and be like, all right, I'm gonna be drinking this now.
Orange soda was a mistake.
I love orange soda.
I don't
have it often.
I don't like grape soda. I don't like orange soda.
Oh man, what are you talking? Oh, I love all those sodas you just said.
The only soda that I can like kind of drink is Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I love Dr. Pepper. I remember drinking a grape soda at the parking lot of the Home Depot that opened in Avon at like age 5 or 6. And remember thinking, I was like, it was like a crush. It was like crushed grape. I looked at the can. I was like, this is a good soda. You know what?
Remember Shasta?
Shasta. That's some good shit.
That's a horrible soda.
It depends on what you get. Oh, I don't know. They make really good. They make this fruit punch soda, which sounds gross, doesn't it? But it's cheap and it's amazing.
Have you ever had?
It's good.
I tried like baking soda once. It was pretty good. I mean, like there was some things, like it tasted like bacon. It was not really like it tasted like maple syrup. But it had like the bacon oakiness.
I thought you said baking soda.
Baking. Yeah, just put it in some vinegar.
Bacon? Really? You had baking soda?
Baking soda. And baking soda.
Okay. Well, they sound the same. Bacon soda. Bacon.
Well, I mean,
soda.
everyone says bacon for baking. Yeah, they don't have that.
I'm a bacon.
Like, they skip the G.
Yeah, that happens.
That. Bacon.
Making.
Bacon soda.
I'm making bacon.
Yeah, it tastes like maple syrup though.
That's disgusting.
Had some like bacon flavor to it.
That's good. There's a lot of bacon flavored stuff.
I know. I had fried chicken and waffles for the first time.
Really?
A couple days ago. Never had it before.
They serve it at school, and it's just the worst chicken and the worst waffles. So I don't.
So it's probably like
I don't.
If you think in terms of like the producers, that then it's probably the best thing you ever had, right?
2 negatives make a positive. Is that what you're trying to say?
Absolutely.
No, it was. I
like math terms. This is why we took algebra math.
Solve for x is the hunger.
So a negative and a negative makes, putting together, like cross the streams.
So if I have cancer and Lou Gehrig's disease, I'm gonna live to be 120.
Yeah, it cancels them out. Just.
I don't think it works that way. No, but how was it? Was it good?
It's pretty good. I mean, like.
I know it's like a South thing. Like, I know it's like for the South. You know what I mean?
Well, they have it in New York too. I mean, like I don't know if it's like an East Coast thing, but with my meal, they gave me jars of maple syrup, which I've never actually seen before.
Dickinson's pure maple syrup.
Have you like jars of maple syrup?
Since 1897. This syrup's been in this can since 1897. I'm not sure I'd trust it. And how'd they get so much of it in these nice glasses?
Yeah, but they came out. It was like grocery store fried chicken.
Okay.
Probably like that. I mean, it was an airport.
Oh.
So it's not like it can't be the best food,
Yeah, probably not.
But the waffle was pretty good, and there was bacon on it, but it was like really burnt.
Oh. Okay.
Bacon was burnt.
I'm gonna take burnt bacon.
But I got maple syrup out of it.
I'm gonna take burnt bacon over like a underdone bacon. That's just gross to me. I can't.
Underdone.
I don't know.
I like underdone. I like.
It's like eating a floppy piece of wet cardboard.
I like floppy bacon. I mean, like, all right.
This morning I had crispy nice bacon. It was perfect.
I don't like crispy bacon because it just isn't. It loses all that flavor,
I don't know.
It's like too dry.
Maybe I haven't had good floppy wet bacon before, and I don't think I ever will.
It's not like super like raw bacon. You can't like put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds and then call it good, or like fry it on the stove for like 10 seconds to like literally 20 seconds.
You're like so the ice is off of it.
just so it's not cold in my mouth.
I like it fresh out of the pig. Right?
But it's like got some green stuff on it or whatever before they brush it off.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try it.
Like you gotta cook it just long enough for the bacon to be like, it's like not floppy, but it's not crispy either. It's like in between.
Okay.
So it's still got like some like juicy, flavor.
I just don't like the fat. I don't like fat of like any meat. I just can't. When it's in my mouth, I want to throw up.
Is it like the texture of it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just like it.
Have you ever had?
It feels like I have someone's chopped off pinky toe in my mouth, and I'm like,
I like eating.
This is yummy.
The fat off of some meats. Like if it's like a bad steak, I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's bacon, then it's fine because like the whole sliver of bacon's fat.
I guess so.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't even make a difference.
What I do sometimes is I like fry the bacon, and then all the fat is like a puddle, in the pan, and then I'll make pancakes with the bacon fat, and it's amazing. Oh, that's so good. With the liquid bacon fat.
I made bacon pancakes once. Ooh, those are pretty good.
That's gotta be good.
It is really good. I mean, like, you gotta...
I want breakfast now.
Yeah. I want breakfast. There's a bowl of cereal right here.
Granola.
It's not granola.
It looks, Spread it to the mic. I like...
Pretty good. I like granola.
Pancakes, man. Pancakes are my shit. I could eat pancakes all freaking day.
Yeah. I had pretty good pancakes once.
Once?
You remember, like, IHOP pancakes are really good.
I love IHOP pancakes.
Yeah. Denny's pancakes aren't very good.
Honestly...
Did you have Denny's... what was that?
I can't really tell the difference, really, between... As long as it's covered in syrup, I'll eat it. I don't care. I
mean, like, there's got to be... I think there's got to be something in the... Like, you either have your plain pancakes that you can put syrup on, or you got pancakes with, like, the ingredients in them. Then you shouldn't put any, like, maple syrup on them, because then you already have stuff in them.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, like a blueberry pancake, you got to get that blueberry, flavor. But you can't like mask that in maple syrup.
The best pancakes I've ever had were at the spot I'm not sure. I think it was called the Buff.
Yeah.
In Boulder, and they were like these maple granola pancakes.
That's pretty good. I remember
they were so.
Yeah, I had pretty good Like, remember that one time we went to IHOP at like 3 a.m.
At National Coalface?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Debate.
I had that Cinestack. I had that stack of 4 pancakes.
I got these like
Oh.
banana fruit pancakes that had like nuts in them. It was pretty good. Those are really good pancakes. Denny's has bad pancakes though. Denny's also has a bar.
I don't know. What? Do they really? I don't think I've ever eaten at a Denny's then. Or maybe there's just
I think it's just like it was that specific Denny's. Like That's never
nuts.
Like that Denny's had like a bar in it with people.
Give me a shot of maple syrup.
Like people actually drinking at it, like tequila, like rum,
and a Grand Slam.
Like one guy was sitting there with like his drink in his hand. He looked sad as shit.
Like you're at a Denny's. All right.
He knew he was at a Denny's. Like he was sad already, so he went out drinking, and then he was at a Denny's, and he just realized that, so he made him even more sad.
He's like, I'm drinking at a Denny's.
His wife calls him, "You drinking at a Denny's?"
That's where it all hits him. He slashes his own tires. He's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
I don't think you've reached a lower point in your life when you're starting to like drink at a children's family restaurant.
And you've got a plate of smiley face pancakes in front of you with like strawberries for hair, and you're like
whipped cream eyes.
You're like, this is what I've become.
It has like a Twizzler mustache.
It's not even a pancake food. It's just like sweet sugar for the children.
They douse it in rum for you. There you go.
You're like, now these are just soggy pancakes. Yeah, Denny's sounds like an experiment. It doesn't sound like a restaurant.
How come every time you walk into like a Denny's or an IHOP, they always have like 20 booths open, but they're never they always make you wait like 25 minutes to sit there.
I made the mistake of going to the free pancake day at IHOP.
I made the mistake, yeah.
And that was insane. It was in Grand Junction too, so there was like, it was just white trash central. People were looking for free food, and like half of them were homeless, and the other half should have been homeless. There were people that just shouldn't have houses and have children. They were people with outrageous personalities and yelling at. It's like, you shouldn't expect to be seated right away on free pancake day. All right, there's the whole town of Guadalajara is in there. All right, there's no way you're gonna get a place to sit down and have your free pancake. Okay. And I mean, the pancakes were fine, and they were free, so it was okay.
Free food's pretty good, but I mean, like, I made this mistake once of asking them why I couldn't sit down, even though there's like 20 booths open, and they made the mistake of telling me why. And basically, they were like, "Well, our kitchen's backed up."
And you're like, "Okay."
There's like 10 people there, and the kitchen was backed up.
Jesus.
Did not. I can only imagine there's like one person in the kitchen. he's like struggling to make the food. He has no idea. He's reading out of a cookbook to make like pancakes.
You're He's like, wait, how much flour again? It's like, this is your third year on the job. You make pancakes for every meal, all right? You're making $12.99 an hour.
How are you reading out of a cook? How do you not know yet?
It's just like a flurry of everything going on. They're super fast. There's 5
people
sitting down.
They give him another order. He's like, wait.
He's sweating.
No more for now. Wait, just let me finish these ones. I'll get back to you.
God, working in a kitchen's insane though.
Yeah.
Those chefs have to be insane. They have to be
Yeah, but most chefs have a lot of. They'll cook 20 meals at once.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like they have to be insane to deal with all that. Like, I mean, when I working at the boot, I don't know. It's a restaurant. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I worked at like some fancy kitchen, but it's like they were under. It didn't matter how many tickets were on the line. They were just cooking the whole time, not even blink of an eye, nothing wrong. Like this guy named Beto makes all the burgers basically for the boot, and he does such a good job. He doesn't speak like a lick of English. We all have to like necesito papas. You know, like we all have to say that. So like, but he makes the best burgers, and he piles them up like mountains and just puts them on the plates, and they're beautiful. Like, but he's got to be insane. Like, there's got to be some little part of him that like he's just so set on making food all the time. You know what I mean?
So, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, working in a kitchen, I don't know. I have a tough time making eggs for myself. I'm like, what's going on? You know,
yeah,
I love cooking and I love making food, but sometimes I
like it too. But that's why I struggle with. You ever watch the Food Network?
Yeah. Oh, that's why they're going a mile a minute.
That's why I struggle. No, and not even like they're going too fast. I mean, you can't really. It's like a 20-minute episode. But like when they're cooking these meals, they're getting like. They start out the episode being like, this is something that's super simple. You can make it at your home in your normal kitchen with just the pots and pans that you have.
The first ingredient is like Hawaiian salt deposits. You're like, what? I don't have that.
You can find this at your local Japanese market. It's like, wait, like where is this being shot? And like the thing that she's making is just like I don't know, sauteed stuffed mushrooms with some whatever. I don't know very much about food, but like stuffed peppers with stuffed mushrooms in them, covered in like stuffed, covered in sauteed asparagus, and just wrapped in just savory maple bacon.
And you're like, wow.
And you're like, that's not easy.
You're like, I have never even seen a mushroom. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to make this.
Half of the ingredients on the list of things to like that they tell you to get, you have to like order them online. I'm looking to make a meal now.
You need pepper de fromage. I don't even know what that is. Is that an ingredient? Is that a place? I need help. I need a list. I need prices. All right, I need Amazon to help me out here.
You need salted cayenne pepper, but unrefined.
Unrefined. What does that mean? I don't.
Like before it goes through the factory. Like before that.
It's put through tree bark and then sneezed on by a cat. You're like, I don't know where I can find this. How much is this gonna be?
It's you look it up online. It's like $200 for just like a tiny ounce of the ingredient.
You're like, well,
I can't make this at all.
You're like, these stuffed peppers better be fucking amazing. I'm paying $200.
It's like I could just easier. It's easier for me to just order a pizza and be satisfied with it.
I'll eat anything, honestly. Oh gosh, it's just more. Actually, I was gonna say this earlier. We were talking about working at kitchens and stuff, and there's this cafe at my school. Where you can. It's like on campus, and like you eat there. Yeah, obviously, you don't do yoga there, but I mean, there's this guy that works there, and they hire like former prison inmates and stuff. They all have like prison tats.
Do you have like the Chartwells?
No, I don't know.
In your school? That's what my school kitchen is.
So
the guy they hire inmates.
The guy that made the best food was trashed 24/7. He was so drunk all the time. He was like a newborn baby and just couldn't keep his head up half the time. I was like, God damn, could you get me a burger? And he'd make you a really good burger. You're like, wow, this guy's amazing. And like every time I see him at the cafe, I'd be like, I know I'm gonna be content. I know this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a good burger.
I wish I had your food then. Like if your food.
No, it was terrible.
Oh,
it was awful. But I mean, like, as far
at
as
my
like,
school, they didn't even give a shit. They like flash fried the burgers, just like.
You're like, this is white in the middle. I don't even know what that means.
They like they'd like put it on the grill like 20 minutes later. They take it off and be like black. Like this is not.
They just have it on the grill from one side too, and then they just put it on a bun. You're
pretty
like,
much, yeah.
Okay.
They put like this hot iron on it for some reason. Like like in like I don't know, early 1900s, maybe like 1800s, they had like that cast iron
like press.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was like that. It was like, where did you find? Did you like go to an antique store and just like buy 20 of them? And just, there you go.
If there was an extra hour every day, what would you do with it?
I would coin the phrase 25/7. Patent that, make a lot of money.
That's a good, and you'd have an extra hour to do that.
Not only that, it just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd use it to either A, get extra sleep.
I'd probably just sleep an extra hour.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'd sleep another hour, or B, I use that hour to complain about how little sleep I get.
To be honest, I don't think my day would change at all. I think it'd just be like, I'd get the same amount of sleep. I'd just do like the same amount of stuff that I do, or the same things that I do throughout a normal day.
At like 0.925% the speed.
Yeah.
Or like 92.5% the speed. Just
reduced speed.
You're like, I can take a 9.5 minute shower now. That's what I would do in my extra hour.
Yeah, take an hour shower because you have an hour to do it.
Got an extra hour. What are you gonna do? I sleep. I used to sleep terribly, but I've gotten to sleep way better now.
Yeah, I sleep pretty good. I mean, I don't need to sleep very much anymore. Like,
I don't get
somehow I'll wake up like no matter what time I'll go to bed. I'll wake up at like 8 or something.
Right? Yeah, I wake up really early.
I feel like
an old
perfectly
guy.
rested. Feel really rested. I'll go to bed at like 3 in the morning. Wake up at 8. I'll just feel really rested. I'll be like, what?
I'm kind of happy with that though. You know, it's like a good. I feel like I'm cheating, and I feel like it's gonna bite me in the ass someday.
Probably will.
Like, you got brain cancer from not sleeping. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Right.
Like, I guess that makes sense.
You got a lot of nerve damage. The doctor's like, he starts it, and he's like, you got a lot of nerve damage. Just like, oh, okay, I was wondering where you're gonna finish that one.
You were a roller coaster for a minute there.
You show up at the doctor's office. You got a lot of nerve damage.
You're like,
you gotta sleep more.
Is there more? Are you gonna keep going?
You got a lot of nerve. You're like looking around, like,
doing what?
Did I do something wrong?
You got a lot of nerve coming to this hospital.
Damage though.
Damage.
You put all those words in between.
And that's why you get paid less than the guys down the street. That's a better hospital.
Because everyone.
They just tell me I have brain cancer.
You have brain coming to this hospital. Damage. Why do you insert that just phrase in between the subject of what's wrong and what is actually wrong?
I don't know. I think they'd be pretty successful. That'd be like some hospital in like some hipster city where they're like, we do things differently here.
And immediately, everyone who went to that hospital would be like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, I want to move. I don't want to be here.
We do things differently here. Well, I'm going to go somewhere else.
You have cancer. Tests on the way. It's like, Jesus Christ. Don't ever do that again. That's what we do here.
They tell you before the result, and when the result comes, they don't even say anything.
So, what is it? They just
you like call them up. So, did you get the results back? Yeah. Well, what were they?
You're like, son of a bitch. God damn it. I want to know. I want to know. Like, they got me again.
You live your life as if you actually do, like...
I guess I'll buy the medication.
As if you're dying, just in case. Like, I guess I'll take it every other day? Like...
What would you do differently if you could relive the past year?
I don't remember the past year.
I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, there were big things that happened.
Can I change the question? Because I don't remember what happened the past year. So can I just change it to what would I've done?
I think that's kind of the same question.
Like, what,
I guess, yeah, I guess. What, yeah.
If you had another year,
what
would you do in that? Like, if you inserted a year between last year and this year, what would that year be like?
A year of just bliss. Of just going to the beach, smiling at the crabs, and no, I think I would have, let's see. Well, like, I'm moving.
Yeah.
And I came to that decision like this last October, and I think I just kind of went to Mesa because I don't know, from 5th grade on.
Would you have not gone to Mesa then?
I think I would have tried to pursue my dreams a little bit more because I think I was just trying to. I was going to school because ever since 5th grade, everyone just spews in your face like, you gotta go to college, you're gonna end up a homeless gay man, and you're like, I don't want to,
would you have taken a year off and save up?
I think I think so. I think I would have tried, or at least maybe gone to a school in a different location, like Chicago or New York, or something like that. I think I would have taken my dream into consideration without, because I really didn't.
It worked out though.
Yeah, it did. And yeah, the thing that sucks, I spent a lot of money there. I owe a lot of money now. But I guess the soonest the better. And it's my last semester. Yeah. So I think it's not like I regret choosing this time.
Yeah.
Because it could be worse. It could be like my second to last semester, and then I have to wait it out and graduate. That could be worse. But I mean,
yeah.
It comes down to the fact that I can't change it. And I'm just happy with the fact that I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
And we're still young. I'm only 19.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I'd say if I had changed.
I think you got until you're about 20. To make it anywhere.
Yeah, to stick in to the niche or whatever, I think
before anybody doesn't want you there anymore.
You get out of here. It's like an adult's playing at a playground. You're like, what the hell? Get out of here. This isn't for you.
You're 20 years old. You shouldn't be doing it anymore.
We have no idea. We're gonna be 25 eventually, and we'll be saying the same shit about 30-year-old people. So I don't know. What is the best thing about your gender? Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm not sure if I should go there because it's just.
I don't know about.
It never ends well. It's not a good conversation to have ever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shitty stuff about my gender, and there's a lot of good stuff about my gender. I'll say this. I'm not saying it's better to be a guy, but to be one is much nicer. In this state, in society, I'm saying, I have a lot of things made for me. I have a lot of. Because of the fact that I'm a male. I'm not. I really don't want to get into argument. I hate those kind of. It's not that I don't.
I think it's the best thing about your person, and so your gender. Because there's a lot of stupid guys out there.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I know there's a lot of really dumb ones who just like the whole swag thing.
Oh,
what the fuck is that?
Wearing sagging pants down to your gooch. And you're like, what are you doing, man? Wear a belt. Look respectable. All right.
I guess swag means style. It's called style. It's not. Don't what? Why swag? Who what the hell?
I'm glad that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that. Well, it's still there.
Gone. Yeah, it's still there. People just don't say it anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not a.
But
God.
But
remember online play of video games in 2009, 2008. Swag. You're like, oh my God, please. Just that was bad. That was the maximum of my giving up in humanity or whatever. The losing faith.
That was
really
annoying.
I really hated that.
I think it depends on the person though. The best thing to me about me, I don't care if anybody else disagrees, but I think I'm pretty cool.
Well, I got something.
I play video games. I watch television.
That's cool, huh?
I write my
I'm a level 17 paladin.
Exactly. I write scripts for my own fantasy TV shows.
Yeah, they'll come about. We'll see.
But I'm pursuing my dreams.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the favorite thing.
I have a lot of good things going for me. I'm really proud of it.
That's good. Yeah,
and of course. I'm working really hard, so I'm really proud of it. So I think it depends on the person. instead of the gender, because like there's a lot of shitty things about the gender as a whole.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course.
But, like
and
I like
it's always gonna, and I totally agree. I'd have to say my favorite thing about myself, I guess, would just the fact that I'm trying to pursue the things I want to do. You know, I look at there's stories you hear about people that are like 40 and they're like, where did the time go? You know, I was just 20 yesterday. And I'm so scared of that. I'm like, holy shit.
What is that saying, by the way? I was just 20 yesterday. You weren't. You were 20 years ago.
You had a lot of time.
If you think about it, 20 years is a long time.
But I feel a lot of people just watch time go. You know, I'm really afraid of that. I'm really afraid of just like not you having a good chew. As that cereal. No, but I'm afraid of wasting time, and I'm afraid of,
Gotcha.
And I think that people have built the structure around how you're supposed to live your life. You gotta go to college, and then you gotta graduate, you gotta get a job, I feel like this is like the general thing, and then you gotta get married, and you gotta have children, and then you gotta raise them for 20 years, and then that's your life, and then once you have your free time back, you're like 65, and you have nothing to do.
Yeah.
And you have free time whenever you want, you know. When you have children, that's when you have that like 20-year contract on your list. You know, like that's when you sign your life off for 20 years.
That's what the birth certificate is.
Yeah. You're like, fuck my life for 20 years.
The doctor's just like, here's a contract. You're like, isn't this a birth certificate? No, it's a contract.
This is you
just sign right there on the dotted line.
See, I'm afraid
and they take it away and they're like, and go fuck yourself. All right.
I'm not afraid of having kids. Like I want to have kids and I want to get married. But I'm saying like a lot of people do. I feel like they just do things because they feel like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do things that I feel like I want to do. You know, and it's not like I don't know. I don't think there's a wrong thing to do really, unless you're like killing people. That's not a good. But
that's true. But I think as long as you're working and like you're keeping yourself busy with what you like stuff that actually.
Stuff that matters to you. Stuff that you like to do.
Stuff that matters to you, but like stuff that contributes to like your like the life that you want. You know? So I think as long as you're doing that, you're not like watching time go. You're just like it's your work. Like there's
you're grinding down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's like that's the way I put it.
Yeah. There's no such thing as like an overnight success. You know, like all the people who became famous in like one day have worked like years.
Exactly.
To like. Where like all the people who are like successful doctors work years to get there.
Dozens of years. Yeah. They work so hard. Yeah. The way I was talking about with my brother a little while ago, and I put it this way. I was like, I want to be able to. The way I'm living right now, I want to live through in memories from when I'm living the way I want to be, and I can look back at the times now, making decisions that led me there. You know what I mean? So like I'm doing things now that are going to lead me to where I want to be. And I can look back on these times as memories and be like, yeah, I remember I did this so that I could be where I am now. You know, I want to be, exactly. And I want to live my whole life like that. I want to be able to make decisions that are always going to bring me towards whatever I want, you know, regardless of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid of, like, someone working at a paper shop for 25 years. They're like, yeah, I don't have any friends, but my old cat Norman likes me quite a bit. You know?
But I think, Jesus, I think that's when you get stuck, though. Like, you can still do... Like, a lot of people who work at those stores, they, like, start working there, and then they're satisfied with where they are. And they're like, they don't want to, like, advance.
Yeah, if your goal is to work at a paper shop for 25 years, then you're living the dream. You know, like, you're fine. You're totally you're having a good time.
Like, end up working at, like, a Starbucks. They don't, like, dream of it, but they end up working at, like, a Starbucks, and then... Mm-hmm. You know, they just get comfortable with where they are, and then they get stuck. You know, they're like, they don't,
and they develop a fear. They develop a comfort zone.
They've developed a comfort zone to not like move on from that,
and then they get afraid of doing anything else.
Yeah,
and that's what. I don't want that to happen.
Because like, if you're like working at a Starbucks and you're trying to go into like I don't know like being like a computer programmer or something, and like you're working at a Starbucks. And you're like, well, if I quit my Starbucks job now and I don't get any job as like a computer programmer, then like I'm kind of screwed. Mm-hmm. So then you just get stuck at
at Starbucks. And then you rise. Then you're a manager at Starbucks at 36 with no hair, and you just want to die. You're like, well,
you got it. Well, I mean, you got a couple of chins. Like that's. I think that's like the level of progress. Each promotion you get, you just develop another chin.
Not many people can say they've grown another facial part, a duplicate.
It pops out underneath your first chin, and then when you like, okay, so you start as the barista,
and that's one chin.
That's one chin. Know? You're like, okay, you're senior, like supervisor.
You're like shift manager, right?
Yeah, supervisor. You grow another chin. Then you're like assistant manager. You grow another chin, and then manager. You grow another chin.
Each one gets thicker and hairier, I think.
Yeah.
And the level of hair you have on the chin.
I think everyone gets more patchy, actually. Like, I think the first one is, like, full beard. The second one is, like, a little patchy. The third one is, like, you know, kind of like peach fuzz, but, like, 5 o'clock shadow sort of thing. The last one's just, like, peach fuzz. And then one more after that is just bald.
I think the hair from your head slowly starts to migrate down the side of your face to your cheeks and to your disgusting chins.
Your multiple chins. That's what happens to hair.
Do you read reviews about a movie before deciding whether to watch it or not?
No, I usually just watch the trailer and then decide whether I think it's gonna be
what we used to do was we used to put all the names of the movies that were in the theaters. Remember we used to do this? We put it in a sock, and we'd pull a movie out, and we put that down, and we pull another movie out, and we put that down until we got to there was one in the sock, and that was the one that we had to watch. And we actually had to watch, what was that movie? It was like Arthur Christmas. Jesus Christ, that movie was horrible. But we did it because we committed. We were like, you know what? All right.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I think every time we've done that, though, it's been
it's fun.
Pretty bad movie.
It's been a fun experience, though, you know, because
it's a good way to pick a movie out.
You put it out to fate, and you watch the movie. And then if someone's like, hey, have you seen Arthur Christmas? I'll give you $100 if you've seen it. You're like, hell yeah, I know everything that happens in that movie. You know what I mean?
Well,
I haven't had many experiences where I've been watching a movie in the theater and it's been bad. Most of the time I'm enjoying myself because I'm at a theater. You know, watching any kind of movie in a theater is pretty fun for me. I don't.
Usually, if I'm not seeing it with like friends or family, I'll watch like a trailer and then see if I want to, like, if I think it looks good, like Krampus, Christmas. I saw that trailer. And immediately was like, this is fucking stupid. Like,
I saw it in Salt Lake, and I was like, why?
I watched the trailer on mute the first time, so I didn't hear any of the sounds. So just in my head, like I was just thinking like that deep movie voice, like in a world
where Adam Scott is scared.
No, I mean like in a world where instead of presents, you lose your kids. Krampus Christmas.
I mean, depending on how much you hate your children, that could be a gift.
Like, knock, knock. Who's there? It's Krampus.
Krampus who? Say goodbye to your kids.
Check your kids' beds.
Oh, damn it. They're gone. Shit. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
got 'em.
In a world where you check your kids' beds and wake them up for Christmas morning, but all of a sudden, they are not there. Krampus Christmas.
Adam Scott.
Coming 2016.
Adam Scott's like
Michael,
Michael,
are you there? No, it's Krampus.
I didn't even know that was the thing about the children disappearing.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I just saw it.
You know the story of Krampus is like a children's book.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's like the story of like if you're naughty, like instead of coal, Santa doesn't come to your house, but Krampus just steals you.
Oh my god!
As a child,
that's horrible.
Yeah. A lot of like, you know,
a lot of Christmas stuff's weird, man.
Rapey.
A lot of rapey. A lot of Christmas is rapey. Baby, it's cold outside. You ever hear those? That's the lyrics. The whole song is like 3.5 minutes of this guy convincing this girl to stay and have sex with him, and the whole time she's saying, "No, I'm gonna go home," and he's like, "No, you're gonna stay here.
It's cold."
It's cold outside. It's like, do you not have a jacket? How'd you get there?
We're actually in California right now, so it's about 60 degrees. It's a fairly warm winter here.
It's so confusing. How did that song get through the cracks? How do people love that song? It's like, she says, say, what's in this drink? She's implying that he put something harsh in the drink, maybe to either poison her or to get her even more drunk. You know what I mean? That's not a good lesson to be teaching.
Hey, you know, back in the day, I think roofies were legal. Probably.
Probably.
I think they still are.
I mean, I think that's how the...
I think you can buy them at like a pharmacy, right?
I have no idea.
Probably. If you Google that.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's legal.
Probably is. What is the biggest physical challenge that you have faced?
For the first couple months of my life, I couldn't walk. That was probably pretty shitty.
That's a pretty bad time.
Well, there was that time senior year I got hit in the eye with that the ball we were playing wall ball with, and I was blind in that eye for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That was pretty shit. And
and
the ER was like, the ER was like, yeah, you're gonna be blind in that eye for the rest of your life. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's pretty harsh.
For any like participating male in No Shave November, when they're
at the
14, 15, they should understand that you grow like this
disgusting,
patchy
squirrely asshole
on your face.
You're like, yeah!
It's kind of just like one patch on your cheek, and then that's it. The rest is like nothing.
And you look dirty.
And then you're like, I can grow a beard, and then you just kind of
I know.
Get some funny looks throughout the November,
and then you don't get laid for 5 years.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what happened to you, right? I mean, me neither. I mean, what? No, but I totally get that. Jesus, I don't know why I tried growing facial hair in high school. It was gross. It was just gross.
It
was squirrely.
I looked at pictures of myself in high school with facial hair, and it's not as good as I thought it was.
I was so proud of it. I was like, look at me, I got my chin hairs.
Exactly.
And, I'm an adult.
I took that picture, that selfie of me with the beard. It's in black and white.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly. And
you had to do that. You couldn't wait.
No. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I don't have it anymore.
Oh
well. But anyway, it just looked like a patchy mess.
Yeah,
so
that was your biggest physical challenge you've ever faced.
And I was very underweight.
Yeah. Hey, we did. Yes. I remember that. I remember doing the body fat
Actually,
tests.
no. The biggest physical challenge I've probably ever had was when we ate 80 Fiber One bars.
Oh my goodness!
In about an hour.
In the dark, playing
if you read the nutrition facts on the box, it's like 500% your daily dose of fiber per bar. So if you do that times 80, hold on.
Let's do the math here.
That's 40,000% your daily dose of fiber in 1 hour. So imagine about 4 hours later waking up in the middle of the night
with the biggest amount of fear and worry you've ever had in your life.
Just sweating, hot, you run to the bathroom, and you spend the rest of the night in there, knowing that you have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to go to school the next day, where your squirts are still going on.
Your asshole, because the Ring of Fire that even Johnny Cash can't sing about.
But literally, I woke up at 2 in the morning the night after.
I remember.
I was in there from 2 in the morning until 6 in the morning. I was like, all right, I got it. It was continuous. I was like, all right, I gotta leave now. I gotta go to school. So I just gotta make it to there.
Jesus
I got
Christ.
to school. Very first class was history. And I left 5 minutes into the class and did not come back.
Oh my god.
That was a very difficult. That was a pretty physical challenge. That was an endurance challenge, more than anything.
Really? No, honestly.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. What drink do you usually order with your food? And that's the question that we answered earlier. How often do you nap? Not often. I honestly wish I could nap way more often than I do.
I involuntarily nap. I'll be sitting.
I've fallen asleep.
I'll be sitting on the couch and then watching TV and I'll just fall asleep.
I see that.
Yeah, I'll be really tired and I'll be like, all right, I guess I can just
close my eyes for a bit.
And I'll fall asleep for a while.
All right. What website do you visit the most? I'm on YouTube quite a bit. I'm always on YouTube. Either YouTube or Reddit for me.
I'm on Netflix. I watch a lot of stand-up.
Yes.
On Netflix.
Oh my goodness.
I use Putlocker a lot to watch movies.
Yeah. Yes. No. So do I. My friend Blake showed me that, and I was like, "This is the greatest thing that's ever." It is
because they have all the movies on there,
and they load perfectly fine. If you had ad block too, you're set. That's the perfect. That's the all-star lineup.
Block, so I have to actually close out of the ads. But like for me, like some of the ads don't actually close. You have to like if you press the button, they won't close. They'll just stay open. So like it's kind of like a game show. So but that's the lightning round. That's the lightning round. So like I have to get ready to like quickly press play on the movie and then quickly close the ad as fast as I can. And there's like a 1.5 second window to do that.
A hidden little X on one of the corners. You're like, which one? Which one is it?
Yeah.
And then you get it.
So it's like, yes. it's like the what is it? Whammy show lightning round where they just ask you like beep, beep, like tons of questions. Yeah. You're not even gonna answer. I'm like, what is? And then the next question goes.
You're like, wait a minute. All right.
What is? Wait, you didn't answer. You didn't ask me the question.
You didn't ask me. All right. What is your dream job? I gotta say, comedian.
Yeah.
That's gotta be
comedian.
Some sort of performer. I was talking with Dylan last night. Dylan's home, and we were talking about how much we miss speech. And it's like, oh my goodness, I miss speech so much. And I realized it's not so much the program that I miss, but it's the fact that I was performing like all the time, you know, and just being on stage just all the time. I miss it, man. Like,
that was really good. It was a good time. I remember we did like the Polar Express thing.
Yeah, that was great.
Didn't read the book. Didn't really watch the movie.
Cut a script somehow out of this.
Just kind of made it up.
Book and
kind of made up the plot of the Polar Express. I'm sure nothing that we did actually like was even parallel to what happened to the actual movie.
But we did well. We did okay.
We grabbed we actually made our own characters.
And the names were puns.
But we just named it Polar Express.
The Polar Express vibe. You did not even know what we're doing. But yeah, no, I think being some kind of performer.
Yeah.
Some kind of comedic performer. To reach any level of...
I feel like a nude performer.
Are you trying to say me being nude's funny? I don't think so. I don't know about that. I think I deserve an apology. No. Alright. Jesus Christ. Is that from your cereal? Okay, probably. That's disgusting.
It's like a lot.
For a while, though, no, I wanted to be... I think for a while before I wanted to be a comedian, I wanted to be... According to my mom, when I was really little, I wanted to be a trash man.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I don't know why that...
I wanted to be chef for a while.
That's a good dream. That's a really cool dream.
Then didn't want to be a chef because I realized I couldn't cook anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard reality to face.
Yeah, and I was just too lazy. I don't want to cook anything. I can't. Like, I like it, but I just don't want to, like... Yeah, because the process of it is just a lot.
That's a good one. What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received? For me, it's got to be from my dad, because my dad, here's the thing about my dad, like, he's not very conventionally smart. He's not like an intellectual, you know. He doesn't know much about.
Yeah.
He doesn't know facts, you know. Like, he doesn't know stuff that he's a brilliant architect, and he knows a lot about art and that kind of thing, like art theory. And he's a genius when it comes to that stuff. But something he knows really well is just life. Like, he's been all over the country. He knows like 4 different languages. He's been in the army. He's done so much with his life. He's had like 3 or 4 wives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's had a lot of experiences, and he always busts out really good advice all the time. And the advice he gave to me actually had to do with me moving, because I was talking to him, and a joke that me and my brother Peter have is like that we'll never ever be as cool as our dad, because he had like the most insane life ever, and he had all this cool stuff happen. And I was on the phone with him. I was like, Dad, I'm never gonna have a life like yours. Like, it's nuts. I don't know how you were able to live like that. And he's like, well, I wanted to. You know, he's like, if you want to be able to do something, you should do it. You know, the only thing that's stopping yourself is you. And that's when he told me about the warped view of life that people have. And that's where we started talking about how people find lost time. You know, they're like, how did I miss all this? He's like, I just did whatever I wanted to do, and whatever, you know, because your life's your life, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, and he taught me that, you know. I think that was the best piece of advice he gave me was that.
Yeah, I learned. I don't know. I've gotten advice from a lot of different sources, like a lot of stuff from like my dad and like friends and stuff. But like I like a lot of stuff from like books about like what I want to do and stuff. Like I read the like Harold Guskin's book, it's like How to Stop Acting, and like he talks a lot about like getting in touch with yourself, and like a really good piece of information in there was like just listen to like classical music a lot, and like read a lot of like current events like newspapers and stuff like that, and just really try to feel like how the person's feeling who like wrote that piece. I don't know, and like it's actually really good advice because when like you like write jokes or you write like a script or something, it really helps you think a lot about like what
to fit into the emotion of that person.
Yeah,
and to fit. Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
so when like you know we're writing that the cop show and like the ghost show, so like when I'm writing that I usually listen to like classical music because it really helps me like think of stuff that actually could be funny, and like really it really helps me build on what the character is feeling rather than what I'm feeling.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And then you know, really good what my dad tells me a lot is like you know, just anything like with like writing scripts and like comedy and stuff like that. It's like doing as much as you can, you know.
Yeah,
like no, like keep on, no matter what happens, just keep on writing, keep on performing, because like and like film yourself doing it and like make a lot of stuff that shows like how you work and stuff like that, because there's going to be at some point in your life when you're going to be able to like bring those out and show people like this is what I got and I also got this
and I've been doing it for this long and I've been working so
like,
hard on
if you
it.
like if you like that joke, I got these ones too, and I got this script for that show, and this
I wrote this a long
show.
time ago. I could refresh this.
Absolutely.
I could update this. Yeah.
And another really good thing is you know, my friend from the sketch comedy group, you know, is the what I told you about with doing stand-up is just like play the silence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was really, those are like the three big ones that really helped me, I guess, work a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's really cool to be able to
like those are the ones that I think about the most.
Okay, yeah, I think that the fact that we can, the idea that you can get advice from anyone is astounding to me.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Like, you know, because everyone, sometimes you'll have these moments of clarity.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, whether you're tripping or something, you know, and you're just like, wow, everyone's having a singular life right now, and they're all having these experiences. Every 7 billion people, you know, they're all having they've all learned these lessons, and they all know all this stuff. Each person's, it's not just me, you know, it's all these people. And to be able to share that with someone and have it and make it have an impact on their life is so rewarding. It's so cool to be able to like, you know, teach lessons that you've learned throughout things that have happened to you, throughout hardships that have happened to you, and have it have a positive impact on someone else's life, or just the fact that it's something that you've learned, you know, and just be able to pass it on. I think that's a cool.
Well, I think that just means like, you know, that just makes it more prevalent that you need to like make as many friends as you can, you know, like keep all your friends really close to you, you know, because they all have something that they know better than you do, and like I think everyone can learn something from each other.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Do you have any vacation plans coming up? Well, I guess I'm moving to Jersey.
I think that counts. Yeah. I don't have any like big.
I'm going to come and go later. That could be a.
I'm going. I mean, I guess this technically is a vacation for me.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that makes sense.
I mean, like I live in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, being here is. How do you like being here? Is it? I mean, it's probably the same as you remember.
Being home. I mean, it's.
I love winter here. I
like winter here too. I mean, it's really foreign. You know, going to like a different culture. Because like, you know, I wouldn't say different culture. Like it's still the United States. Like it's still the same country.
No,
but,
it's
like,
totally different.
New York,
everything's
just
totally different there.
New York has
it's
so
really
much
different. Yeah.
like it's so much different culture, like different lifestyles. You know.
Yeah.
like different, I guess different types of people. So
Yeah.
it's just like way different. Yeah.
Who is the most famous person you've ever met? Well,
I met Tiger Woods once.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was like 11. And
is it what, at the Eagle Golf Course?
No, this is the story. So like I was like, this is when my family moved to Hawaii for like a couple of years because my dad got transferred out there, and they had a PGA tournament. It was like one of the preseason tournaments, and Tiger Woods was there, so we went and watched him play. And like I followed him around for like a few holes, and then one of the holes he was putting, and like I went onto the green. Like I did not give a fuck.
Yeah,
I just there was like ropes there, guards everywhere, like trying to keep people off the course. And I just went under the thing while he was putting, and just like went on the golf course and just asked for him to sign my hat, and he did.
What?
But
Did
I
you have
mean,
like a Nike hat with the like?
Yeah.
What's his thing?
I
It's a
had
Nike hat.
a racing hat. I think I still have it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but it was like I don't know where it is right now, but I had it was like this NASCAR hat
Hell yeah.
that I got him to sign, and like I think the only reason he did it was because there was cameras there.
If you're just like get on the
like
street,
everyone
like,
else I talked
to
to who's met Tiger Woods, they're all like, yeah, he's such an asshole. And I'm like, yeah, you just gotta catch him at the right time. You know?
Yeah, honestly, out in camera. I met Indians designated hitter Nick Swisher in Glenwood.
Swisher.
Yeah, this was over the summer. This was over the All-Star break. Me and Pat came down to visit
Yeah.
me, and he stayed with me for like 5 days, 6 days, something like that. And we were up in Glenwood, just at the mini golf, and we saw this well-built guy that looked like Nick Swisher playing mini golf with his family of like 2 daughters.
Was it actually him?
Yeah, we're like
That's
that's
how
Nick
the story
Swisher.
goes.
That's Nick Swisher. Oh, nice. And then he was traded to the Braves that season.
Well, so you met the Braves designated Nick Swisher then.
Nick Swisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he was. Well, this was a radio show.
Just
with
a
Matt and
radio
Alex.
show, not even the radio
Not the
show.
radio.
Don't get it mistaken. Just like
We're not the radio show. We're a radio show. Okay. All right.